tech industry. Welcome you.
Thank you very much. My name is Liudas. I'm the CEO of Ondato. We help the financial institutions to board the customers remotely. Today, I'm going to speak about, where's the, just a second. Oh, now it's on. Today, I'm going to speak about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a buzzword of today, but do we actually know what it is and where it's used? I will cover, of course, only the financial sector, the financial topics, but let's start from the very, very beginning. Today, the artificial intelligence is like a steam engine in 18th century, yeah? It is used everywhere. All the companies, all the startups use this buzzword. We do as well. But do we actually know how it appeared? In 1955, two things happened. The first one is one era ended. Albert Einstein died this time. But the new era, even more quick, more fast than it was started. The artificial intelligence was first mentioned in 1955. And it was just a simple idea. If the actually machines can look at the formulas not in a chain, but to exchange the information between those. And today it's the biggest buzzword used everywhere. But do we actually know what's behind that? People are talking that it will take our jobs, it will replace us. Who thinks that artificial intelligence will replace person? 2, 3, fantastic, okay. But it will not actually. The question is how the person will interact with the artificial intelligence. And if the artificial intelligence will help the person to make the decision, but it will actually not change the person. Maybe the interaction between the real person and the artificial intelligence will be changed, but the person itself will not be changed. And the question is, why is that? Because currently we cannot trust the artificial intelligence. And the current market, users, people, society insist that the artificial intelligence would make not any kind of mistakes. But the artificial intelligence now is a child. Do we insist the child not to make the mistake? And when the Tesla machine makes a crash or something, it's a real problem in the society. But if the driver makes that, well, it's, if everything happens, not a problem at all. And we have to be ready that the artificial intelligence will make the mistake. And the market is actually ready for that, because the investments, projected investments, is a huge number. Yeah, it's like 52 billion till the 21. But let's take a look what is happening today. And I will talk only about the financial sector. I will not cover any other sectors. My favorite topic is the transaction monitoring. If I would make a startup now, I would go for that. My colleague went to Brazil and his credit card was stolen. He was using Revolut card at that time. When he came back, he got a message that, listen, we will send you the new card because your card is stolen and somebody is trying to make transactions from it. And he didn't know that. he even didn't notice that. He just got a new card and that's it. But in the back end, some engine, the artificial intelligence, is more actually the machine learning, but doesn't matter, made a decision that the car was stolen and somebody tried to use his money. It's made quite simple, you know, because he has an app. App knows where he is. If the transaction is made in the other area, it's kind of not so difficult to decide that the transaction is not real. But this is the really good topic to think about if you're thinking about a startup in the fintech field. The other widely spread is the face recognition. We did do that ourselves, but I think the best example here is the China, where it's used so widely. In every street, every person is scanned. Even if you cross the street somewhere not in the allowed place, your scoring goes down. You're not allowed to buy a plane ticket. You have to go by train, you know. And it's a big problem. We don't understand that because, you know, we have some security things like GDPR, but there it's really spreadly used. We use that just for, you know, recognition, comparison with the documents, with the other photos and so on. Another sector and another vertical in the financial sector is the voice assistant. When I lived in UK, the Barclays introduced the voice assistant. It was really stupid that time because, you know, you call your bank that something happened and the machine is always answering the same answers, and you're like starting to shout, and then it switches you to the real assistant. So then I used the same strategy, but just from the very beginning, you know, just starting shouting. So then it switches to the assistant. But now it's really much better. And the voice assistant, especially in the financial sector, because they have huge numbers, huge volumes of the customers, it's used really hard. And the first entry, that will be always a robot. You think that you're actually talking to a real person, but it's not. Of course, related to that is the chatbots. So when you try sending a message to your bank, so there's always some chatbot answering your questions, giving some advices on that, offerings, and all the stuff. And this is now the booming sector, actually. There's really lots of startups around the world doing that, and understanding the real language, processing that, and of course the document recognition, classification, reading, related with the optical cognitive recognition with the OCR solutions, and to be sure that the data provided or the documents provided are actually real, not fake. So, you know, finding holograms and all the stuff on the document that's sometimes even not seen by the real person. Another booming sector at this moment, the credit scoring. I told you about China. It's you know, the hardcore, but in here in Europe, lots of new initiatives, lots of new data sources that are actually used for the credit scoring and to evaluate if the person is actually eligible for loan, if the person maybe not have some traditional income because it's becoming more and more popular, but to know if he will be able to give back the loan, and coming from that, the new stuff, the real artificial intelligence, the predictive models is actually not just to understand the history of the client, but to predict what will be the future of the client. Even here in Lithuania, we have startups working hard on those, like Scorify, an example. They do lots of stuff related to predictive models. By analyzing the history, they do some predictions, but in example, they're going to actually check the photos of the customer and to predict what will be the behavior of that customer in the future. And that's what we see where the artificial intelligence is moving. So if before that was about understanding the data, the big data, combining that, so now it's about making smart decisions. So if you are thinking about the startup, so you have to think not just about how to understand the data, but what to do with that and how to make it smart. And if talking about numbers, I have some small survey from the financial institutions. How do financial institutions see the artificial intelligence future? And if to look to the question if they see the effect of the artificial intelligence in the future, so just a small number does not see any kind of effect. All the responders said that it will either change something, change some processes, either change some even, in the risk assessment or credit assessment. So like a small number says that there will be no effect, like, maybe some advice or something. Then from a different angle, if to ask where exactly it is moving, it's actually nothing new in this presentation. It just touches the points where the actual headache of the financial institution is. The risk assessment, the financial analysis, with lots of data, lots of predictions. Everyone expects the artificial intelligence to predict that. And of course, some positive and negative impact where people see. So from the technological side, everyone sees the positive impact. Of course, when it touches the human itself, the person, everyone is afraid of losing their job. While I'm here, we work as well with the artificial intelligence, and we are playing some games. From our side, we are building the new culture of the KYC, of the user boarding. And I want to share some small video with you, how we see that. We have combined our live video boarding process with the voice recognition and artificial intelligence to enable the convenient user boarding. Let's take a look.
Hello, welcome to the account opening process. When you are ready to start, please say ready.
Hello, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Please stand still, and I will take a picture of you. Thank you. That's beautiful. Now, please show me your document page with your photo.
One moment, please.
Don't worry, I will wait.
There you go.
That's great. Robin, it's noisy. Are you not alone?
Yes, I'm at the cafe.
Robin, you are a social person.
Thank you.
Okay, let's continue. What is the company code you wish to open the account for?
3027697769.
Is it Fintecom Company?
Yes.
Thanks for your time. Your identification is completed. Congratulations. Now you will be redirected to the bank.
So, artificial intelligence will not change a person until it will be not understood how does it work by simple means, and until it will not make the same mistakes as the person does, because the person will not agree with the artificial intelligence until it will not think the same way the person do. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Maybe someone have questions for you? We have a few minutes. Yeah, there is one.
Hi. First of all, thank you. It was a nice presentation. I have a question. What is your opinion about those two occasions when, let's say, recently Lufthansa, you know the Airbus A380, that big four-engine plane, it's more 500 plus passengers. They were able to board this plane in 25 minutes with the help of artificial intelligence. It's already happened. And basically, it will undercut about 75% of the people who use through security lanes or other things. It's already happening. I think 2 months ago, one company in Japan, which deals with accounting, already laid off 75% of their work staff because of artificial intelligence, which are able already to do accounting things on their own. There's only left 20-25% people who oversee the process. That's it. So when you said it won't change the people, I will ask again. What did you mean by that? Thank you.
Okay, so the worst thing, in my opinion, is to force a person to do just a kind of simple job when you have to put one number from one table to another table. So if we are talking about the jobs that we want to have, and if we see the future that we need these kind of jobs, so then of course it will change something. But in my opinion, the person has to do something more efficient, more creative, and we don't have to force the person to do that kind of job. So of course it will change something, like drivers, yeah. So but there will be some engineers or advisors to the artificial intelligence and so on. So of course that will change, and of course there will be lots of people that will not have their own space, yeah. So in the world, but they will find another one. Maybe they will start to paint, I don't know, to sing, to dance. So I'm talking about that.
Okay, sorry, one more. What do you think? Who will be responsible for that? Should it be government or their own? It's something like new technology comes and just kicks out of the world. Who will be responsible? The person himself, because he hasn't learned how to code or do something else on law, let's say, in the current market, or the government, which does not provide the equal opportunities to do.
So of course there will be lots of questions about that, you know, even not just about straight responsibility, but even, you know, about taxation, in example. Yeah, so if the machine has to pay taxes, in example, you know, so it's about the correlation or relationship between the person and the machine and the artificial intelligence itself. Yeah, so the responsibility has, of course, to be in the creator's side. So who has created it? Yeah. So but it has to be so. Yeah. So if the Tesla creates some, you know, machine, it has to be responsible for that machine anyway, and for the lives that you know it will kill and so on, because it has created that machine. Of course it will be. So there's no other option in that, because there will be, as I said, you know, there will be other issues with that, with how to collect the taxes, you know. So it's the same. It's the same thing.
Okay, thank you very much. I think